Hey, I'm Phil Lamar, and you're watching MoronLife. I mean, sorry, more on... This is going to be really offensive to a lot of people.
We're here with Billy and David from Futurama Bender's Game. How does it feel to get the band back together for a third time on these DVDs?
It felt like none of us ever did anything else, you know, even though there was that long period of time where I hadn't seen anybody.
It was just great because we're really like a family, you know. I mean, we in fact, I'm hoping that John will do my laundry as I leave my socks all over because he's like the dad.
I got it.
And thanks, man.
Everything fell right into place. The voices, you know, the style, and we were having probably more fun because these were 88 minutes. You know, as opposed to like going and recording half an hour. Right. And we spent a lot of time in the studio together recording for these. And so, of course, your chances of having, you know, more fun percentage-wise are greater in that situation.
We love working with each other. We work on other projects together. We even go out for dinner once in a while, you know, and it's been terrific to be able to have the show back so that other people can feed us and we don't have to pick up the check in restaurants. But yeah,
it's a lot of fun. It's like riding a bike, just like riding a bike. You know, there was a space for a while where we weren't doing the show, and then as soon as we picked it back up and started doing it, just everything fell right back into place.
Now, is this a standalone episode, or is this are all the DVDs that you've been releasing have an ongoing storyline that we could all fit in?
This third one, the third and the fourth ones are totally standalone. The first two had a tenuous link between them for any of your viewers who saw the first two. You certainly did not need to see the first one to see the second one. We just ended the first one with a big catastrophe. Again, I'm going to avoid giving away specifics. And we started the second one by saying this big catastrophe happened, and so that's the only thing you have to know. We recapped in the opening 1 second of the second one. So a little bit of loose continuity in the first two. These third and fourth totally standalone.
we get to tell more story in the movie form, even though it's eventually broken up into 4 individual episodes on now Comedy Central is airing it. The arc of a movie, you get to grow the characters a little bit and let them have experiences that you couldn't get to in a half hour.
And it's our first full-scale foray into the world of fantasy, like swords and sorcery, Dungeons and Dragons, all of your... well, as you can see in this picture right here, we're going to get to see the fantasy versions of all of our characters. And it was shocking to me as a writer on the show that we haven't done this before, because it's kind of right up the middle of, I would say, of the interests of all the writers and I think the fans of the show. So to me, this is probably the most exciting of the three.
And in this one, you know, it starts out as one kind of movie. In Bender's Game, it starts out as one kind of movie, and you don't know where it's going, and then midway through there's this big change that happens that I can't tip to you, except for the fact that Leela's a centaur. And Bender's a knight. But other than that, I can't tell you much.
Yeah.
But it starts out as one kind of, you know, like a regular Futurama storyline, and then boom.
It's such a fast-forward world now. There's so many sources where people get entertainment from that I think it's easy to burn out on stuff real quick. And, you know, on to the next. It's like, I just went through that piece of Tinder. Now I'm fixated on something else. And Futurama seemed to have this life that just kind of was there, you know, not attached to anything, but just this beating heart, you know. And it was because of all the people that just, you couldn't believe it was canceled. They wanted it to live, and they, you know, freeze framers used to write on my website, and they used to say, were you aware, you know, all these questions, and it's like it was so wonderful to see a feeling being evoked in people.
Can we look forward to more Futurama after the fourth one?
I've been saying we're cautiously optimistic because as of this date, what is it, July 26th here? We haven't heard anything from Fox one way or the other. I think they're studying the results. But what we have heard is that the sales have exceeded or even greatly exceeded their expectations. So, you know, it's been nothing but good news as far as we know. So if that's what they were waiting to see, then I think they have good evidence to pick us up for some more. And I don't know if it'll be episodes, DVDs, feature film.
Bender's Game, is this a Bender-centric kind of fun Bender movie?
Yeah.
Yes, the phrase "it's Bender's world, we just live in it" takes on a whole new meaning.
Actually, that's true.
Yeah,
but I don't know. There's a dice in there. And I don't know. I roll 20s, so I don't know. Maybe you can figure it out from there, people.
And even then, you might not be completely right.
Yes, and you might.
But you've watched this interview, and you can't unwatch it.
Hello, everyone. This is Zap Brannigan, master of time, space, and everything else in between, and, winner of this year's Modesty Award.
Hi, I'm Maurice LaMarche, and I play Calculon on Futurama. I'm programmed to be very, very busy, but I'll tell you, you're watching MoronLife.
That's a play on words, I understand. So, in other words, you're saying that people watch this show and they are maybe morons. Kif?
MoronLife. That's a really good thing. I'm John DiMaggio. I play the voice of Bender and other characters on Futurama, and you're all morons. All of you.
Have you got an extra go-to 10 line?
Sorry. Oh, Calculon.